It's dance day, and so we want to do some solo, strange noises. Okay, so we want to do some solo steps today, and the thing is we want to do some jazz steps, but we want to implement them into our Lindy hop. That's why we do maybe a little routine, and also putting it into swing dance. So let's check out what we can do there. So, and please, if you have any questions, please leave me a comment. And yeah, if there's anything I can adjust or change, please leave me a message. Also, you can wish something, you can write in German or English. And yeah, I think that's it for now. So there will be no music as usual. And now I have to check the camera again. Where is that? It's very small. Oh, now it's better. Okay. No, it's not better. Just a second. I just have to check everything here. It works, and it doesn't really work like I wish it would. It's too less space here, so sorry. What do I check here? Here's a good one. Okay. Sorry for the delay again. I'm frustrated myself. Okay, so this one can be put like that. There's a lot of space down there. Great. Okay, so then let's start. Okay, so we want to start with a Suzy Q. A Suzy Q is an easy step, which is a crossover and then opening again, right? Cross and open, okay? The other one, other direction as well. Cross and open and cross and open. Okay, so this is the basic step. And what we want to do is to style it a little bit. So what we can do is that when we're crossing in front, we are having the weight on the heel, and when we fan open, we actually are grinding on our heel, okay? So when we step to the side, we don't just step, but we have this standing foot on the heel, and we're turning our bodies, and that's when it fans open a little bit, okay? So you can think about opening up your legs, and that's when this happens. So you close your legs, and then you open up your legs, but your step is relatively small. Just because you're doing that, it looks bigger. Okay? So let's do that a couple of times with the right one in front. Let's do that. And then it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and last one. Okay. Then we have the other one, the left one in front. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and last one, 2. Okay. So now, we can also change the foot in the back. So when we cross in front, we can be on the toes of our feet when we are in the back. That means on the front foot we are on the heel, and on the back foot we are on our toes. And that means that we are very flexible. So we can do this. Okay? And this is what you think about. You think about an O and an X with your legs. Okay? And this is what you do when you cross. You do the X when you cross. Then you do the O when you're opening. You see now both of my feet, or both of my feet are pointing outwards. When I'm crossing, both of my feet pointing inwards. And that's what I do the whole time. All right. When we change, it looks the same. The pointing is inwards, and now both feet are pointing outwards. In and out, and in and out. And to make it more drastically, to make it look more drastically, we can go a little bit more into our knees. That's when the O is getting bigger, right? So this it's just the feet pointing outwards, but when we're going down, there's an O actually, okay? So what we can do there, when we go down to our first cross, we can really go down. And then we open, and then we cross. And we open, and we cross, and we open, okay? Same on the other side. Cross, go down to your knees, and then open. Boom. Yeah. Boom, and do. Okay, right. So this is the Suzy Q, and now the question is, what can we do with our arms? We want to make it a little bit ourselves. And there are several classics which I want to show you, and then there are several other options that you can choose from your own. And the classic is this one. You clap and you hold your hands together, but you can go down and up and down and up while you're doing the step. Boom, doom, doom, doom. Okay, now I'm down when I open my legs, but you of course can also be up when you're opening your legs, and then be down when you're crossing. That it doesn't matter at all. Okay, you can change that however you like. Let's go from right to left up. So another thing, the classic is that you clap. Make sure that if you clap, that you clap on a 2, a 4, a 6 or an 8. Or a 10, or a 12, or a 14, or whatever, okay? So let's do it like when we're crossing, let's say now it is a 1, okay? So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay? The same thing can also be started on 8 or 2, yeah? Then we would do 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means we have the choice if we want to close our legs and our arms at the same time, crossing and clapping. That's when we do together and open, right? But if we do that, then we have to close on 2, 4, 6 or 8. So this is the rule for that, because we're clapping on the cross forward, okay? When we do the opposite, when we first cross, we have our arms open, and we clap when we're opening, then this opening is actually on 2, 4, 6 or 8. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? That's something to keep in mind, because we want to have the claps on the even numbers, 2, 4, and so on, okay? Alright, so this is all optional, and the styling, okay, I wanted to show you some more styling. So what you can also do is, for example, snapping. And you also have a tilt in your body as well. So what you can do, you can lean backwards and look into the direction you're going to, or you can lean forward and look back where you're coming from. Okay? Of course, in the same direction and in the other direction as well. You look into the direction or you're looking from the direction. And it doesn't matter which arm you're doing there. You can snap, you can point, you can, I don't know, dab. You can do whatever you want, okay? So play with that and have some fun and find your own correct way of doing, okay? Which feels right for you is right for you. Perfect. So now we want to put it into the Lindy hop. So where can we put it? Actually, we can put it at several places. Let's say when I'm a leader, I can put it, let's say, an underarm turn for the follower. So when I lead an underarm turn for the follower, I am watching her and I'm not doing very much. That's when I can do the Suzy Q, for example. So I'm replacing this one, rock, step, triple step, 2, rock, Suzy Q, step, rock, step. Okay, one more time with counts. the original one with triple steps. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. Okay? And then the other one, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, rock, step. Okay? It stays 6 counts, but if you do those jazz steps, you can also prolong the movement. So if this is normally a 6 count, you can use your time or take your time and prolong it. So you can do 8 counts, 10 counts, 12 counts, whatever. So that could be something like, I'm leading the underarm turn again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then you start again. Yeah, for example. And in this case, when you are a follower, you are just waiting, okay? But of course you can do more. You can do something, if you know something, then you can do, like, for example, swiveling on spot, or kickball changing, or something else. Or you can do just steps and waiting until your leader is ready again, because normally there's nothing led. So wait for it until your partner is ready. And that the same idea is true when you as a follower do it. Then your leader has to wait, or you as a leader, you have to wait until your follower is ready with the styling or with the footwork variation. Okay, and this is for the follower when we are doing the same thing. I'm a follower now, and now the leader is doing an underarm turn for himself. So it's a leader's underarm turn. Okay. So I'm not doing much as a follower. Normally it would be rock, step, trip, the step, trip, the step, right? Not much, I'm just changing place and I'm turning half. So that's when I can do, sorry my voice is cracking up. When I as a follower have time, I can do that as well. And I'm starting one beat later than the leader started. I'll show you what I mean. It is rock, step, Suzy Q, and then, with the rock step again. One more time. I messed up there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then rock step again. And when you look exactly, I, as a follower, start on count number 3. You see? It's 1, 2, 3 with the Suzy Q crossing. Okay, then 2 Suzy Qs, and then I'm done doing the rock step, if I stick with the 6 count. As a leader, when I do that, the follower's turn, I start on 2 already by crossing. It's like 1, 2. That's a Suzy Q start already. And then 2 Suzy Qs, 1 step at the end, and then, one step with the right foot. I'm a leader now. It's 2 on start, it's on 2, 1, and 2, and then 1 last step before I do the rock step. And that fits perfectly into the music. And again, if you want to prolong it, it's totally doable. Just do more of these steps as they last for 2 counts. It's possible to prolong it as long as you want. Okay, so this was the Suzy Q, and to remind you, let's style this Suzy Q, okay? When I do this underarm turn and I'm a leader, that could look like this. 1, 2, 3, ta, 2, ta, 2, ta. Or when I'm a follower, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. And now it took 8 counts instead of 6. Okay? But you can also try to do something with your free hand. Because normally in partner dance, you're normally connected with at least one hand. And so you can find out what to do with the free hand, free arm. As a follower, you might want to do something like 1, 2, 2, 2, okay? You can wave up high. You can do that as a leader as well, if you do that. Okay, especially when you're in competitions or shows or something, that's something to look at. Or you can do something snapping down, like 1, 2, up. Okay, one more time. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, rock, step. Or anything else that comes into your mind. Nothing is wrong here, it is a jazz step put into Lindy Hop, so keep in mind that for jazz steps everything is possible and your own voice, your own your own styling, everything is true and everything is correct. Alright, let me just check Facebook. Want to see who's watching. Okay, nobody's saying anything. If you have a question, please let me know. Write something in the comments. I want to see who's there. That would be amazing to have some interactions. Okay, cool. Alright, so the next one would be something you know from a shim sham. If you know the shim sham, that's a basic routine. If you don't know that yet, learn it. It's a solo routine. You can do it on your own at home, or you can learn it right now. Okay. Yeah, so I just thought about my talk. Okay, so the shim sham step is actually a stomp and a full back. I'll show you from this side. Stomp and a full back. And that's possible on both feet. Wow, that's amazing, right? Okay, so it's you really stomp off, and what you got to do is with your standing leg, you actually go down a little bit. All right, and when you go up, then you actually let your other leg just hang freely, and when you go up, the foot that was in front comes back automatically. You don't have to pull. It is just this motion, and then you stand up. That's it. So with the other leg as well, go down, you bend with this one, and you stand up, you make this one straight again. Oh, that sounds like Trump. Make this leg straight again. Alright, and the other one as well. Yeah, it's actually, the movement is this. Down and up, down and up. But you put your leg out, and that's it. Okay? And that is the stomp off, or the shim sham. And you can do several rhythms with it. If you go like 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then you continue like that, or you can do a stop off to change the foot. When you start here with 8, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Saw that? We did one side twice to start the 8 on the other side. Okay, that's one thing you can do. Let me show it from behind. When you are here, then you can do it again. When you just shortly stand on this leg, go here, and then do that again. Okay, this is 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you're just standing on this foot shortly before going into that again. That's the same on the other side. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? So that's how you can do it twice if you like, if you want to stay on the same foot. So you can do that, you can do some stylings there as well. If you're doing this, you can be quite lazy with the arms and do like normal opposite movements with your body. Like now my left shoulder is in front, but my right leg is in front. That's the normal and usual counterbalance that you have in your body. So that should be the normal way. If you do right shoulder and right leg, then you have the robot arms, the robot movement. We don't want that right now. because you only need that when you're turning. And we don't want to turn, that's why we have the counter movement in our body. Okay? And our arms are relatively relaxed and just go with the flow. But what we can do is we can do like go up, like party mode, and stomp here, okay? And you can do also the stomps when they are actually here in our line with the right leg on the right side. But I can also do it in front, like boom, ha, boom, and go like in the middle. And I'm turning my hip for doing that. Yeah. Or you can also move up your arms. Yeah, that's something that you can do. You can also make it extreme and go here. Okay? And then you have to turn a lot in your body. Alright. Yeah, so let's play around with that. We can put it into our Lindy hop. Let's say we want to put it at the end of a movement in triple steps. Let's say we do a send out, for example. It's a 6 count, and then we can do, when there's a 6 of the 6 count, we can start with the stomp off, the shim sham step, okay? That would be something like that. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we can do ball change to start with the rock step again. Okay, I'm counting one more time. Send out, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 1, 2. Okay, to pay attention that the last shim sham or this thing, if you do the stomp off, or it doesn't matter, depending on which side you're doing, the last shim sham thing is just a step and 1. So if you are starting here, 6, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now when you do the 8 here, it's just a stomp and 1. So a stomp, ball change. Stomp, ball, rock, step. Okay? Let's just practice this stomp, ball change. It is a cool move and it's got a great rhythm. It's got the same rhythm as a triple step, but it's a stomp, ball change. Just practice that. Stomp, ball change. Let's do that with rock step. Okay? It's a stomp, ball, rock, step. 5, 6, 7, stomp, or rock, step. One more time. 5, 6, 7, stomp, or rock, step. Okay, it is an 8 or a 6, whatever, yeah? One more time. 5, 6, 7, stomp, or rock, step. Cool. When you do it with the other leg, you can do, when I start again, like 6 here, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you want to do the ball change here, 7 and 8, then you have the same leg, but it's still just a stomp, stomp, and then you go directly back with this foot. One more time, it's 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 1, 2. This is a little bit easier because it already can fall backwards, but just do the last stomp before you do the rock step. Okay, let's practice that one more time. Let's do a 6 count send out. Start on 6 with the stomps of the shim sham, and then do a ball stomp, and then a rock step at the end. Okay? 5, a 6, a 5, a 6, a 7, 8, rock step, triple step, triple stomp. 2, 2, 5, 2, rock step. Okay, one more time, I'm counting now. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2. Perfect. Let's do it for the followers as well. Why not also a standout? I'm standing as a follower next to my leader, and we're doing a standout. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, ha. Okay, I'm not so good with the other ball chain, the ball stomp, but it should be when you as a follower start on 6 as well. It should be 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Oh yeah, now I just started with the left one, sorry. Of course, the follower start with the right one. So let's do that again. Follower start with the left one, and then you want to rock step with the right one, of course. Just do this step here. We start on 6, and then I count from 1 till 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's start with 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1. Okay, I'm sorry, one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 1, 2. Okay, right. Let's do the same, the whole thing again. Send out as a follower. Oh, here's my heart. Yeah, here's my hand. Send out as a follower, then do an 8 count of shim sham, and then start with a rock step again, or end with a rock step. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2. All right, cool. If you have questions, please leave me a message, write something in the chat. I would be happy to read it. Yeah, if this video is on YouTube later, then of course you cannot chat anymore. But right now, as I'm live, you can chat with me in German or in English. Feel free to text me in any of these 2 languages. Okay. So, we have the Suzy Q right now. Okay. And we have some stylings as well. And we have the stomps or shim sham, however you want to call it. Of course, you can also do some shimmy. Okay, hard to talk and shimmy at the same time. Right, then let's do some techie any as well. Why not? Techie any is like tap, step, 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 tap, step. Actually, it's the thing that this guy is doing there. This guy is called Frankie Manning. If you don't know him, stop this video now, or go out of the live, Google him, or search for him, and then you will know who he is. All right, continue. This is techie any. It's a tap and a step. A tap and a step, all with the same foot. Right one, a tap, right one, a step. Tap, step, tap, step, tap, step, tap, step. All right. So you can do that quite square, like boom, doom, doom, doom. Okay? But you can also do it more like where it's actually coming from. It's coming from the African rhythms and African dancers. And so that's why it's more like here. Okay? So you can do it more down to the ground. What you can also do is you can add some rhythm. And how you can do that is if you actually hop on the standing foot, hop, tap, and then hop, step again. Alright? So you always, when you do nothing, you can hop. So before you tap, you hop. Hop, tap. Before you step, you hop. Hop, step. The same with the other foot. Hop, tap, hop, step. And then it's getting a great rhythm. Ga-do, ga-da, ga-do, ga-da, ga-do, ga-da, ga-do, ga-da, ga-do, ga-da. Alright, that's a lot of fun, and I can highly recommend practicing that. And yeah, you can do that also in your Lindy hop. Let's say when you are doing the switches. If you don't know the switches, this is something where you hold each other. So this is the follower, this is the leader. If you hold each other and actually pulling each other backwards, like let's say here's my connection with my partner, and we're leaning a little bit backwards, and we are moving in a circle. So when I'm a leader, this would look something like that. I'm holding my partner, who's standing there, and we're turning around in a circle. And we do some certain footworks there, and usually this is something either we both are turning and traveling, or the leader is more in the center and the follower travels around the leader. So depending on what you're doing, it's also a little bit different which steps you're doing and how you do the steps. So for the Suzy Q, which we already did, this one, you can actually do that in this figure, and you can move around with your partner. So that gives you a little bit traveling because you're stepping to the side. Alright, so you can also step in the circle. Okay? But what if you do the Techie Annie? When you do the Techie Annie, you actually travel the same distance back where you came from. So you don't do very much movement, okay, or very much distance, okay? And that's why you can do that when you are in the center and the follower is circling around you. And that's when you can do some rhythms, or like variations in height, or variations in the tapping itself. Okay, so let's imagine we are in the middle, we're having our partner at our hands, and the partner is going around, and we're just doing this and this and this. We're not turning too fast because the follower has to travel. There is a lot of traveling. You can just do that, or we can go down here. You can do. Okay, you can add some rhythm. If we do that, we can pay attention a little bit more about our connection. If we do this hop tap, hop step, because when we're having when we're having too much connection here, the hand is bouncing a lot, and that could irritate our follower. But actually, the connection is so strong that there is not too much movement in the hand, so maybe don't worry too much about it. But it is a thing to be aware of. And especially if you have a strong connection, all those little rhythms will also communicate to the partner. Okay, so this is something where the leader could put it. It is one of the moves we do have, but it's also possible, like all the things where actually just the follower moves and the leader doesn't. For example, when we pass by, or when the follower passes by, and I as leader stand here, and she just passed by, I can do something like and then rock step. Yeah, just a mini Techie Annie. Yes, and that is true for the followers as well. If the leaders are traveling, then the follower can do something like that. Or at the end of a movement, where the follower doesn't move anymore, and she realizes, oh, the energy that was given to me is actually ended, then I can still dance as a follower. Usually followers like to swivel, but why not do some tachyony? Yeah. And for follower, if you are worried about the foot which you're standing on, let's say you are starting with the right, but should start the rock step again. It's like an uneven number here and an even number there. So this is something, again, like when you have the 8 here, let's say it's 7, then the 8, you don't put your weight on it. You just do a stomp and then do the rock step. Yeah. So if you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, okay, now it doesn't work. Let's do it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2. Okay, be aware of that. And if you start on the other side, as we just did, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then it perfectly fits for you as a follower. All right, so let's see. When is the leader moving and the follower not? Let's say we are doing as a leader, we are leading a pass by and the leader turns. Let's say I'm leader, I'm leader, and I'm doing this one, and I let my partner, like my follower, actually in something that she is only staying in spot and she has to move. I'm doing all the movement. Then that's when the follower, for example, can do rock, step, do, until the leader is ready and ready to go again. Okay, that's just an idea. Or let's say at the end of the swing out, where I have a follower and 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. That's just like actually a mini tachyony. It's just one tap and then start again. But it's something that you can prolong as well. If you want to continue, you could start here with this tap and then continue. And again, the Suzy Q, we said we can start on which beat we like. And this is also true for the tachyony. Normally, usually, it starts, let's say, with an 8 with a step and a 1 with a tap. Okay? Or you can also say it starts here with a 1. But if you put the accent to the tap instead of the step, then you still are correct, I would say. Yeah. So this is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But if you do it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you can still be right if you put the accent on the even numbers. Okay? Let's have that in mind. If you do that, for example, as a follower at the end of a swing out, do it again. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 1, 2. Okay? Just as an idea, if you want to continue, I'm just doing it this way. So it is 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Okay. So as an idea, you can start this move at the end of a swing out and can continue it on the spot, or you can just go in and directly out again. Okay, the last thing I want to show you is the kickball change, because the kickball change is actually cool in the rhythm, and it's also cool what you can do with that. So let's do the kickball change with the right foot. It is a kick, a ball, and then a step with the left one. Okay? It's a kick, ball, change. And the ball change is actually like if you would say, oh, my leg is hurting, and I have to carry myself, okay? It's just this tripping part. So it's a kick, ball, change. kickball change, kickball change, and kickball change. Let's do it with the other side. Left one is kicking and bowling. Kick, ball change, kick, ball change, kick, ball change, and kick, ball change. Okay, so this is the step. And what can you do? You can do the kick in a different direction, for example. You can do kick, ball change, kick, ball change. Or you can do kick, ball change, kick, ball change. Or you can do backwards, kick, ball change, kick, ball change. Pay attention that you're kicking low and not high. Yeah, okay. Especially when you are at home and you have an aquarium or kids or somebody in a wheelchair. Okay, stop that. All right, yeah, and also on the dance floor, you don't want to kick anybody, so keep it low, kick, ball change, kick, ball change. All right, and do it with the other foot as well. Kick, ball change, kick, ball change, kick, ball change. All right, so this is something that you can play with. You can also kick, ball change. That's also fine. Cool, kick, ball change, kick, ball change. That's cool. All right, so these are some ideas how you could change this kickball change. And we can do that as a leader and as a follower. Maybe you know that already, as a replacement for the rock step. Let's do a normal pass by. We can do as a leader, I am starting with the left one. I'm not going back to the rock step, but I am going forward with the kick. For example, it would be kick, ball change, trip per step, trip per step. Okay? I could also do the kick down or back. Kick, ball change, trip per step, trip per step. I could also kick it cross, kick, ball step, kick, ball change, sorry. Kick, ball change, trip per step, trip per step. Or I can do the fancy kick like behind. Kick, ball change, trip per step, trip per step. And the rhythm of the kick, ball change and the triple step is the same. And some rhythms, some songs really do have this in their music, and sometimes it really makes sense not to do a 1, 2, but a 1 and 2. So this is a good opportunity for you to do that. And if you are a follower, you can of course do the same. When you replace your rock step with the kick, ball change, you can do kick, ball change, trip per step, forwards or backwards, kick, ball change, trip per step, or the crazy kick here, quick kick, ball change, trip per step, or yeah, in front or backwards. Doesn't matter, kick, ball change. Okay? And what followers, especially followers, can also do is they can use the kickball change when they go into their swivels. This is really cool. Let's say we do a swing out. It's a rock, step, trip, step. Sorry, I'm a bad follower. One more time. Rock, step, triple step, and then step, step, triple step. The end of it. Let's go here again. I'm a follower standing or sitting in my 4 connection and position. Right? That's the 4 position, and then we do a 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we can use the kickball change here, because when we want to swivel, we can start here by 1, 2, and then triple step inwards. That's totally cool, but we can start the swivels a little bit earlier, and then when I'm at my 4 position again, and it would be 5, 6, or wait a minute, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2. I show it from the chocolate side. I'm sitting in my 4 position. I'm going 5, 6, then I'm jumping on this leg, kick at 7 and 8. And then I can continue the swivels by 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay? When you do that, it's a kickball change, but with the twist in your hip, that it becomes the swivel. So it is, again, as you do with the rock step replacement, the kickball change, a kickball change with the right leg for you followers. So it doesn't change, it is still the right leg. So you do a 7 and 8, and then you can continue the swivels with 1, 2, and then you have the triple step, Okay, and this actually looks like it's a huge swivel, really long, because you turn there, and you turn there, and 1, 2, and actually 3 times as you are turning around your leader. So it looks very long, but actually it is just 3, but it looks like 5 swivels. So use that, it's really cool, and you can especially do that with a partner, but you can theoretically also do that with a solo at home with, for example, a scarf or something elastic, which you can put on your door handle and use it, and just use this stretch that you will get from this scarf or whatever to really feel this connection. Okay, to recap, we had Suzy Q's. We had stop-ups in different directions. We can also use torsion, you can use the arms up, and cross behind, or whatever you like, okay? We had the tacky Annie, with some rhythm or without, and we had the kickball change. Or kickball change, yes. That's it for today. Thank you so much, guys, for watching and listening and participating, hopefully. And yes, that's it for today. If you like to PayPal me, it would be great. It is this link up there. And if not, it's also okay. Please tell your friends, share it, and thanks so much for participating again, and have a great evening. Goodbye.